I've never been one to run from controversy. In fact, some people think wherever I go, I'm the source of it. So let's talk about why I'm here and how it happened. Buckle up. This story begins before I ever returned to WWE. Raw was in Chicago and my old friend Bailey invited me to stop by. Before I was asked to leave, Bailey and I reminisced about her time in NXT, which gave me an idea. If I was going to sign another WWE contract, sure, I wanted a main event WrestleMania, but that wasn't enough. Year after year, NXT would build stars only to have them stolen by the so-called main roster and then tossed aside. If NXT management wasn't going to do anything about it, I was. NXT was the voiceless who needed my voice. With Bailey on board, we recruited Kevin Owens and the NXT roster and we started a movement. Powerful and permanent change. A legacy. And now with Triple H and the board's blessing, thanks, Paul! We not only have a seat at the table, but the chance to smash that table to pieces. As that mutiny unfolded, I even had most of the locker room and the WWE universe thinking Triple H was on our side. Crazy, right? Or is it? Unfortunately, for the plan to work, I couldn't be upfront with certain individuals. Namely, the now former Unity champions. When you were busy looking like an idiot making booby traps to stop mutiny invasions, who do you think started the rumors that it was causing dissension in the mutiny locker room? Yeah, that was me. You two used to train together, right? Maybe just quit WWE now and go open up a gym. Early retirement. This is your chance to get out before someone gets hurt. Maybe someday you'll understand why I did what I did. But for now, just know that it was for the greater good. So anyone else out there who's on the fence, I implore you to do what's right and get on board the NXT Mutiny Revolution now. Because after Survivor Series, you do not want to be on the wrong side of history.
I wanted to get the four of us together after everything that happened with Punk. How are you two holding up?
We're okay, but definitely didn't see that one coming.
No one did. Punk had us all doubting Triple H. Turns out he was just trying to divert attention away from himself the entire time.
This feels like that winter when we both got hurt doing that insane drill.
Oh yeah. You messed up your knee and I broke my arm. We were the walking wounded for a while there.
Yeah, at first we were helpless and ready to sit out until we healed up. But after a week or so, we started to figure out how to help each other compensate for what we were missing.
So you figured out how to get by?
You can use that experience. You don't need Punk. You never did. You have each other.
I guess you're right. But even though we have each other, we still need help if we're going to defeat Mutiny at Survivor Series.
I know you couldn't trust anyone in the locker room before, but now you don't really have a choice. And besides, in the time since Mutiny formed, certain individuals have proven their loyalty to our side. We should start there.
Keep in mind, these superstars will compete for us in the best-of-3 series. Everything is at stake, including our livelihoods and the future of WWE. So choose carefully.
Which brand do you want to go recruit first?
I'll start on Raw, talking to superstars from the men's division.
Okay. You have our full support.
Pierce told me you and your partner are the ones to talk to about Survivor Series. Well, there's no need for a big discussion. I'm in.
That sounds a lot more like a demand than a request.
It's not a demand. It's the way you're gonna win. If there's a man in WWE who can tear down CM Punk and everything he represents, it's me.
I'm not even sure you could draw him out, though. Punk's been hiding down in Orlando, surrounded by his army of followers. It's a fortress.
Brother, trolling cowardly moron Punk is one of the great joys in my life. I'll get him so mad, he won't be able to resist coming out of his spider hole.
How are you going to do that? It's going to take more than simple name-calling.
Okay. Remember when Punk had a midlife crisis and became a failed MMA fighter?
Yep. Not his finest hour.
Nope. And you know he just lies awake at night, stewing in his failure. Now you put me on your Survivor Series team, I'm gonna revisit his little foray into MMA to show him how a real fighter takes care of business.
Damn. That would drive Punk nuts.
So what do you say? Ready to roll with me all the way through Survivor Series?
Man, I am so ready to troll CM Punk. I just wish I could see the look on his face when you rake him over the coals.
Great! Then grab yourself some popcorn and a seat at the backstage monitor, because I'm gonna go out there and prove that MMA is just one more thing that I do better than cowardly moron Punk.
Drew McIntyre sporting a different look for this MMA rules match. As soon as CM Punk revealed himself as the leader of Mutiny, you had to know that Drew McIntyre would call him out.
And leaning into Punk's MMA career is a surefire way to get his attention.
MMA rules means we're about to see Drew hit even harder.
Always walking around with a chip on his shoulder. He's going to use that anger against his opposition.
And this competitor is getting the opportunity of a lifetime.
I'm not really fond of most local competitors, but this is more like it. What was this guy's MMA record, Saxton?
0-12 in professional fights and one draw that was overturned to a loss.
Of course. Why do these guys do this to themselves? Or to me, rather?
The following is an underground match. The only ways to win are by knockout or submission. Introducing first, from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. And from Louisville, Kentucky, weighing in at 260 pounds, Adrian Buck.
Drew McIntyre is taking a shot across CM Punk's bow with this MMA-style match, attire and all.
And you have to think it's going to send Punk's blood pressure through the roof.
A reversal, well scouted.
Driven down with a Northern Lights suplex.
Take off all the way down to the floor.
That misstep could have cost them this match entirely.
A hard landing for sure. Ooh, elbow strike.
And he turned it around. Clothesline.
What impact. Oh! Gets out of dodge.
One counter met by another.
McIntyre might have him. Oh, Adrian looking helpless to every attack.
Yeah, Buck's got to slow down this assault.
Holy, meet the barricade.
Uh-oh, he could be looking for a submission here.
Unleashed might and force. This is a nice escape.
Driven into the barricade. We're seeing pure aggression from McIntyre.
Scary to think from the top. Whoa, what a landing.
From ring post to ringside, risking it all paid off.
And now he's back into the ring.
Look out below. They got all of that. Just taking flight and soaring through the sky. Headbutt. Ooh, what a headbutt.
Lift off. Good Lord. Taking flight.
From up top, right onto the target outside.
That is kicking things into a whole new... Up across the shoulders.
Feast your eyes. Drew with cause for concern.
Perhaps looking for some kind of equalizer here.
If you're going to grab a kendo stick, you better be prepared to use it. McIntyre gets away from that. Gets put it.
Hoisted up.
Boom! Feast your eyes.
Buck sees the finish line.
Escape that in a hurry.
Ooh, what a tackle.
Bullseye with the drop kick.
Oh, and soon we could be seeing a submission here.
It looks like the Scottish Warrior.
And he very quickly counters.
Clothesline.
Drew just taking a moment to soak it all in.
Claymore connects. Buck looks knocked out. Oh, God.
Uh-oh, he's searching for something.
Bringing a steel chair into play here.
What impact! Right in the kisser. And so much damage has been done to the head here.
Knockout victory. This one is over.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre just sent a message straight to CM Punk.
And that message is, anything you can do, I can do better. Your move, Punk.
Drew McIntyre, my old buddy. You crawled out from under your troll bridge to try to call me out again. We've been going back and forth for so long, I can barely remember what got your skivvies in a bunch to begin with. It doesn't really matter though, does it? Because every time you step to CM Punk, you end up red-faced and humiliated. But now I hear you want to be one of WWE's chosen ones at Survivor Series to take on Mutiny. We've all seen how you excel as a chosen one. There can be only one, and you ain't it, Drew.
So, do we need to talk about a plan B?
No. I'm making headway. Slowly. We'll get through to Tiffany eventually.
You sure? Because I was thinking it might be faster to just bake her a cake with "Come back, Tiffany" written on it.
I'm aware of the risks, but I'm not backing down. This isn't just about rescuing Tiffany. It's about proving there's a different way to lead.
I get it, but plans fall apart. In my time in MMA, I saw bloodied fighters trip into a knockout. With Survivor Series approaching fast, we can't afford a misstep.
Then it's a good thing I'm not going to fail.
All right then. Make sure to bring that determination against Bailey. She won't know what hit her.
Yes, she will. Me.
The Queen bringing back another throwback look.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte going back to her vast wardrobe closet for a throwback look that's sure to bring back memories for everyone, especially Tiffany Stratton.
Well, she's going to need more than memories. That gear brought her luck against Bailey in 2017, and she's hoping for a repeat here tonight.
It's time for Charlotte to face the heart of Mutiny.
That's not Bailey. It's Shayna Baszler.
And her opponent, representing the Pure Fusion Collective from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler.
Bailey said Charlotte was going to face the so-called heart of Mutiny. I guess we all assumed she meant herself.
Another bait and switch by Bailey and Mutiny. Are we honestly surprised at this point?
Let's see how Charlotte handles this last-minute surprise.
We come to expect underhanded tactics from Mutiny, but Bailey running away from a match? This is a new low.
In her defense, Bailey never explicitly said it would be her, Saxton. Whether that's strategy or fear, well, that's anyone's guess.
Charlotte doesn't have time to worry about that now as Shayna Baszler, the apparent heart of Mutiny, has bad intentions.
Charlotte able to steer clear.
Sharp knee rocks her. Big shot to the jejunum.
Nice takedown, stacked for the pin.
And she kicks out. Too soon for a cover.
Ooh.
Oh, this is where Baszler's at her nastiest. Orange jab. Oh, look at this. Can't even watch.
And repeated impacts like that will weaken you mentally as much as it does physically. Great way to completely disrupt the momentum and buy yourself some time.
Uh-oh. Way too... Oh, diving moonsault!
Turns it into a pin attempt. Two! Power through after two.
If she keeps the pressure on, the next one might do it.
Uh-oh, position in. Measuring.
Opponent and drops the knee.
And Shayna was the one getting broken down on that exchange.
That is just insulting. Baszler is struggling. She might have the trick to keeping Shayna down. Nasty chop delivered by Charlotte.
Oh, natural selection by Charlotte.
Lights out for Baszler. She's gone.
your winner.
Here is your winner, Charlotte Flair!
Charlotte Flair overcame the odds, the mind games, and Shayna Baszler. While Charlotte is the winner, the biggest loser might just be Bayley.
That's right, Saxton, because for at least one night, the so-called Heart of Mutiny beats no more.